my name is Caitlin, and I thought I would just do my makeup and share with you guys today. The star of the show, what I'm really excited about is I got my order of ColourPop and Barbie. I got the new eyeshadow palette and the new Super Shock highlighter. I've had several palettes from ColourPop and I'm always impressed with their quality and really like them. So this one is kind of crazy shades and not necessarily up my alley, but I had to get it because of the nostalgia for Barbie. I've always been a huge fan of Barbie, and it's just really cute and fun. I'll go ahead and open up the package real quick to show you guys. There it is. It says Malibu Barbie by ColourPop. And this isn't a first impressions. I actually have used it before. It's got a really nice mirror. And then here's a look at the shades. But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give this a go and film a look using it. And honestly, every video that I've seen online, like before I buy a palette, I like to look up videos and reviews and see other people using it in action, and that kind of helps me decide whether I want to purchase it or not. And every video that I've seen are using all of the crazy pinks and blues and yellows, which are really beautiful, but for me, they're just not wearable for every day. So I want to show you that you can do an everyday look with it too, as well as having the other shades on hand for a more fun look. First, I've got here a Glossier priming moisturizer that I just have from, I think, a BoxyCharm or something. Before I put anything else on, even in the summer, I need a richer moisturizer. My skin tends to get a little bit dry. I've been liking this Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand for my concealer. I don't use it alone, but I will mix it with my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. And I don't know, it gives me a little more glow than when I use this one alone. First, I like to blend it out with a brush, and then honestly, my favorite thing to do is just use my finger.
On there.
Is baby on there?
It's baby.
Say hi.
Hi. That's baby on there.
It is. I'm gonna just blend this out the rest of the way and kind of tap it in. Liking this Seint brand of the cream makeup, and I don't use a whole lot of the foundation colors. I kind of dot just a little and blend it out just to give me a little bit of coverage, and then I will just spot conceal with a concealer. But I do like using the contour.
It's baby mommy.
Before, I've always just used bronzer, and I guess it's considered bronzer instead of contouring, where I would just use a little bit of bronzer on top, but I really like this cream contour and the way that it looks. And I'm just gonna flip that brush and kind of blend that in too.
It's baby.
It's baby.
Again,
I've got
mommy.
a couple places that just need a little bit extra coverage. A couple of spots, a couple of acne scars, and I get some redness around my
Mickey
nose.
Mouse can do makeup.
And then this same mascara brand also has a cream bronzer, and it just, I don't know, gives me great just tanned color that looks really natural. And I'm really liking the cream products, especially for summer. No heavy powders or anything like that. I'm gonna take just a little on my nose and got a noisy chair. And then I like to take a little bit under my jawline. and down my neck a little bit, and that just kind of brings it all together.
It's baby.
And then I actually have cream blushes in here too, and since we're doing
I want to do
Barbie, I'm gonna kind of mix these two pinks. One is a little bit more of a matte shade and a little darker, and yes, it looks intense, but it blends out beautifully. And then the other one is kind of a gloss that's lighter, and so sometimes I will just dot a little bit of it on top. And again, I'm gonna go back to this same foundation brush
It's
and kind
baby.
of go over the edges. And in case you're wondering, my little daughter here, Olivia, calls herself baby. She knows she's the baby of the family. We've got 3 girls and she's the youngest, and she calls herself baby. Not just Olivia, not just that she is a baby, but she's baby.
I'm excited.
I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit. Oh, I was gonna use my regular highlighter, but no, I need to pull out the new ColourPop highlighter. Okay, this was called Beach Party. And I mean, that is a huge pan size. Really nice, huge mirror if you needed to use. And then it's really beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and just swatch a little bit here. Oh, the light's kind of washing it out. If I
Let
can
me
get a
do
better
my
angle.
hand this finger.
That's a little better. You can see that. You're gonna do it too. Oh, you dug right in there, didn't you? Gonna hit pan on a brand new palette if you let a 2-year-old swatch. Get a highlight brush here. And it's probably a little more glittery than I would use just on a like everyday basis, but kind of goes with that good bronzy, shimmery, summery vibe. That's enough, thank you.
Do my arm.
Oh, I see that. You got lots on your arm, didn't you? Okay, for my brows, it's like all worn off. I
It's
can't even
baby.
see a shade name, but I think it came in an Ipsy bag like a couple of years ago. It's this little brow powder duo from Nomad, and I like pencils a lot of times, but this powder is just a super fast and easy way to just kind of fill in the sparse hairs and make it look a little more put together than they are if I leave them completely alone. Use a mirror so I can see a little better. And this is just a little angled brush that is really old and I have no idea where it's
It's
from.
baby.
But this brow powder has, like, it almost looks like it has like glitter or shimmer in it in the pan, but your eyebrows don't end up looking glittery, but for whatever reason, nope, thank you. It's, for whatever reason, it turns out looking pretty natural. Okay, just gonna tap out that, let's see. A little bit of this Milani Prep and Set and Glow just on my eyelids before I start laying down the eyeshadow to make sure that it's not still sticky from, I just got a little bit of concealer on them when I was doing my eyes. Just so that there's a little bit of a powdery base there before I go in, and it helps minimize creasing. Okay, oh, you don't need that, thank you.
I want this.
First,
I want orange.
you don't need the orange. First, I'm gonna go in
I want go
with this kind of tan shade here called Make Waves.
and make a man wave. I want pink.
Just into my crease.
Baby,
I'm
I
gonna
want
actually,
pink.
I'll just use this mirror here. Try not to block the camera. It was feeling kind of backwards and
I want
opposite.
pink. I want pink.
You don't need pink. It was feeling backwards and opposite trying to do it looking in the phone instead of the mirror.
Just have to say okay.
You're okay. But you can't use the hot pink.
Baby, do makeup.
And I'm going to take a little bit of that on the end and tap it off and just go a little bit underneath too. Just creates a nice cohesive look. It's a little bit of a shadow there. I'm just going to blend. Not adding anything else to the brush, I'm just blending what's already there. Okay, this Zuma Beach here, this brown, I'm gonna take a little bit of that and you know what, I'll just keep using the same brush, that's fine. And instead of going up quite as high, I'm gonna go just right here in this lower corner, in the outer edge there, kind of a little V shape, a little bit to the lash line, and a little bit here, just to kind of deepen it up, give it a little more depth and dimension. And my eyes are a little bit hooded. If you see when I open and close them, the eyelid part of it kind of goes in there and gets hidden. So when I'm doing this in the outer crease, I go a little bit above my actual outer crease and shadow there to create the shadow a little higher so that you can still see it when my eye is open. Okay, I'm just gonna take a really big fluffy clean brush and just swirl that over that to blend those two colors together and just diffuse it out and make it not as harsh. Yeah, that's looking pretty so far. Okay, and then because I like to wear glitter even on just a daily basis, I think I'm gonna go with this upper corner here, this Shine On, and I just like to apply that with my finger. I put it on my finger and I kind of tap and swipe gently. You don't want to pull harshly or anything, and we don't want to create any more wrinkles than what are already trying to form, but it just, any of these shimmer glitter shades from any palette seem to go on, nope, just from Mama, seem to go on much better with just my finger. I don't have to worry nearly as much about
my finger
falling out onto my face and getting glitter all over your face or anything. I'll take a little bit of that the brush from earlier just to go here. And then I feel like I like my outer crease to have just a little more definition than that, and I used the deepest shade in the palette and didn't quite get there. So I'm gonna, this is one of my other favorite palettes. It's worn down completely, called Going Coconuts, and it's also from ColourPop. This is probably my most used everyday palette, but I'm gonna go into this corner brown shade down here called Nutty, just to give me a little more definition in this crease out here.
Do you want to have clips?
I don't need the clips, thank you.
Baby, you want clips?
You're gonna put those in your hair?
Put this in my hairs. And put my hairs.
Okay. Put this in your hair. Both of them? Okay. Mommy should have probably used those in her hair to keep it off of my face. Okay, going back to this palette, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Cali Girl. It's hard to get it on here. That light pale gold, and there's almost a little bit of pink to it, and it really swatches intense, but I'm gonna tap this just on the inner portion here just to bring a little more brightness and lightness.
Tap, tap.
That's right.
Point in the ceiling. Point in the ceiling. I don't want both.
Okay, I am gonna use a little bit of my favorite highlighter from Laura Mercier. It's the Matte Radiance Baked Powder, and I don't know, it's just such a natural, beautiful glow, but I like to use a little bit in the inner corner and just a little along the brow bone here on the outer edge. to further highlight that. This is a really old Revlon pencil called Photo Ready, and it's black on one end and white on the other, but I'm gonna use the white just in the waterline on the bottom, and it just helps my eyes feel more wide and open and awake if I haven't had good sleep or whatever. And then, because I always have to have a little bit of eyeliner for definition, because I don't have very long or very dark lashes. I've got this Believe Beauty from Dollar General in a dark brown called Enchanted, and I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to smudge this right up against the lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and use setting spray before I do my mascara, because otherwise the setting spray seems to sit in my mascara and make it stay wet too long and more likely to smudge. So I'm just gonna close my eyes, and I like this Milani Make It Last setting spray. If you have used powder or anything, it really helps bring the dewiness back to your face, but I have noticed a difference, that it helps set in the makeup and help it to last longer and less likely to smudge or move around your face. And I was just taking a puff, and this is the Tarte Beauty one, all over the face after I've used it, just to kind of make sure there's not any like water droplets or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows too. The Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter is probably my favorite, just to kind of brush through, and it's just a clear gel just to help them stay in place. They get a little bit unruly sometimes, and this helps them. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. And my favorite lash curler is from Dollar Tree. This one doesn't pinch or pull my lashes. It's actually very comfortable, and it's from Dollar Tree, so it's great. Let's see. I'm gonna go with my Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions mascara today. I really like this one. It's a really unique formula. It does a really good job of lengthening my lashes and giving them some thickness as well. I'm gonna grab this mirror here. But the way it's removed is very strange. Like the first time I was kind of like, I don't know about this, but it's a tubing mascara, so like it actually creates little tubes around each lash, and so even if you don't have soap or anything, just some warm water, and you can literally just slide them off, and they don't pull, they don't tug. I don't lose any lashes. There's so many times, especially if I've used waterproof mascara or a really, stay proof one that's not supposed to smudge or anything. It's so difficult getting it off, even with an oil based like makeup remover. They just sometimes will pull my lashes out, and I'm like, the last thing I want to be doing is losing lashes. So I do like this one for that very reason, and it does stand well. I mean, it's not waterproof, because like I said, you can remove it with warm water, but even a little bit of crying and sweating, it stays in place. And I like to just start at the base and kind of wiggle my way out on each one. I'm much better at this and much faster if I'm not talking to a camera. Mascara mark out here on my eyelid. Whoops. Should have left that alone. Here, I'll have to give you a tip that I forgot to follow, but if you do get mascara anywhere on your face, really you're best off just leaving it alone and letting it completely dry, and then you can go in with a brush or your finger or whatever and it will just kind of flick right off. But if you mess with it too soon while it's wet, you're more likely to just get a big smeared mess, which would be an even bigger deal if you had on foundation and powder and all of that. But I'm not one to like a big full face of makeup here. I like to go hard on the eyes. I wear eyeliner and mascara and glitter on a daily basis, but I don't like thick or heavy foundation. I'm sure you can still see I've got marks and scars or whatever, but I don't know. I'm okay with letting a little bit of that show through, and skin is skin. We all have imperfections, but I like to play up the eyes. Right now I'm just gonna add a little bit of lip gloss. I mean, sometimes I'll do like liner and lipstick, but right now I'm just gonna do the Seraphine Botanicals Berry and Juice Lip Gel in Rose Currant. It's just a pretty shiny gloss. It's got a little bit of color too. What do we think? Should I make this a regular thing? I think it could be fun. I really love makeup, and I've thought about doing this for a long time, but just couldn't get my nerve up. When I got the new ColourPop palette and thought, you know what, hey, maybe I've got something to contribute. Maybe I can show that you can buy a wild palette, but do a little more laid back everyday look with it, and there may be a time when I want to play with some of the pinks and have a little more fun with it. And again, my name is Caitlin, and I hope you'll join me here on this new channel that I'm trying out. Again, my name is Caitlin, and welcome. I'm glad you stayed for this video and either learned something or just enjoyed watching it for a few minutes and had a little while to escape. I'm gonna try to make this a regular thing. I'll probably mainly do makeup. Maybe we'll talk hair. Maybe we'll talk crafting one day. I don't know. But go ahead and like and subscribe, comment. Be kind, please. Bye.